Hi, I'm Lonnie Fravel. You know, now more than ever, families are drawing closer together. For the past few seasons, our camera crews travel coast to coast to find out exactly what's important for families today. As a result, we've found that many of you have the same concerns. During this edition, we'll explore the answers to your questions, and we'll explore different options to enhance the lives of your family.
This campus space has actually been used for higher education for over 100 years. This was the site of a small Methodist women's college back in the late 19th century. The campus was bought by a Baptist minister and it operated as a Baptist college for several years. Lee was established at that time, Lee College, on this campus in 1947. 20 years ago, we got the city of Cleveland to close the street that ran right through the middle of our campus, and we converted that street, Church Street, into a pedestrian mall. And that really started the growth of our physical campus. Steadily over the last 20 years, we have developed our enrollment from 1,000 students to 4,000 students, and as more and more students have heard about us, our reputation has spread, and then of course that operates to send more students our way. So we've been for the last 4 or 5 years in the top tier in U.S. News & World Report rankings. And so gradually we've become, instead of one of the small Christ-centered colleges in the southeastern region, we've become one of the larger ones.
There was no really good Christian schools up in Wisconsin, and I just felt called to come to a Christian school. So we were looking around and I got a tip from my pastor to come down here. Everything just fell into place as far as classes, as far as teachers, my job. Just this segment of my life is just like slowly starting to unfold, and I just know that this is where God has called me to be.
I was excited to go to college ever since middle school, so making my decision was definitely not an easy one. I was excited and really wanted to go out of state. When I came down and visited Lee in Cleveland, Tennessee for the first time, it was just wonderful. My immediate impressions were that of a wonderfully clean, beautiful campus. I sat in on a classroom visit. It was so much fun. The teacher and professor was just so welcoming as well. I've loved my college decision ever since.
We have a holistic approach to the life of college students, and that means all of us do a lot of everything. Most of our administrators also are qualified professors and teach. I'm the president, of course, and I still teach a psychology class every year, a freshman psychology class, because I think it just helps keep me as an administrator in touch with the ground level in that classroom. We want to get to know you as a person. We want to ask the big questions, the questions about God and about life and happiness, while we're developing excellence in the field in which you'll make a living.
You definitely want some oxygen, correct?
We have about 100 academic programs, and they are mostly in the liberal arts area. So we have very strong programs in English, in history, foreign languages, psychology. We also have a few more professional programs. We have a very large College of Education, and we have a lot of students who are majoring in religion and pastoral ministry. We want our students to have a very well-rounded background, and so we like for them to take a variety of courses, and we want them to have a Christian worldview, and our faculty works very hard on presenting their material from a Christian perspective. We also think that our students are citizens of the world, and that that's part of their Christian mandate, so we want them to be well-grounded in their faith, but at the same time to have an understanding of other people in their culture and to learn ways of interacting with people whose beliefs are different from their own.
I think Lee does an excellent job preparing students to enter the workforce, to go to the best graduate programs that you can find in the world, and in fact to have a new kind of a world perspective because of the kind of classroom work they do here, because of the kinds of training that they get, because of the way that they're taught to think critically and articulately about deeper questions in life.
As countries and cultures become more interdependent, we think strongly that it's our responsibility as an institution to introduce our students to this merging of what is now a global community.
I've known about Lee all my life. My mom went here, and I have a bunch of family who's gone, And I just came on a college trip when I was in high school and just fell in love with it. Last semester, from January to April, I was able to go to Cambridge, England with a group of 24 other students, and was able to travel to different areas all over Europe.
We prepare our students for these trips by first introducing them to a course. Students are introduced to the dynamics of culture, culture shock, cultural sensitivity, safety issues. I think we prepare them well for these experiences.
At the end of it, I just felt so able to do anything that I wanted to do. I graduate in May of this year, and I am already planning a trip to Greece with my best friend, and all of that just came out of the Cambridge trip. I felt completely capable and responsible of doing the things that I wanted to do and kind of chase after my own dreams, as wild as they may be.
In 2003, Lee University launched a bold new service initiative known as the Leonard Center. Since Lee was founded in 1918, we've been a service university and a college back in its early days, and we believe in serving others. But this program has provided opportunities for our students, faculty, and staff to actually serve locally, regionally, nationally, and now we're actually serving internationally as part of the Leonard Center. One of the opportunities that we've had since the Hurricane Katrina that hit, just a few days after the hurricane occurred, we had students that went down, and since March of 2006 to this year, we've actually had over 600 faculty, staff, and students who have served on 25 independent teams that have served those who had been affected by the hurricane.
As a student at Lee, I was always overwhelmed with how much care and compassion the professors brought into the classroom. They cared about every student that walked in. They also helped us achieve excellence, and now as a teacher myself, I try to do the very same thing with my own students. I help them achieve excellence in the classroom and let them see their fullest potential.
The best measure of a college or university is not how new its buildings are or how high your rankings are. The best way is what happens to your graduates. Our mission statement says that we're preparing students for responsible Christian living in a complex modern world. To do that, they've got to take with them excellence, competence, but they've also got to be passionate about what they do, and that comes from knowing why they're doing it. And that's what we hope Lee students take with them from this campus.
Families today face many unique challenges. We hope that today's family has provided an avenue to turn your family's dreams into reality. I'd like to thank our industry experts, our guests, our distinguished advisory board, and of course you for watching. Join us next time on Today's Family.